Saginaw may best remember the Behringer family by its historic fireproof building downtown.
Shelby and Behringer had a lot of lumber throughout Michigan, some in the east, made a ton of money. Also, he had the interurban train between Bay City and Saginaw.
But it would be Isaac Behringer's son who would have a lasting impact on sports in Saginaw County. James Ike Behringer was raised in Saginaw, attending Saginaw High School until his sophomore year.
Well, he was a lifelong sportsman. He used to golf and play softball and very active. And then in '43 he had polio, so he was crippled. And I think that really frustrated him, and he wanted to, his energy was coming out through this.
Behringer, once known as a pitcher for the Saginaw Ducks and one of the city's best golfers, then focused his attention on forming the Central Baseball League. He owned and operated the Saginaw White Sox in the early 40s and formed the Saginaw Bears in 1948. His most lasting legacy would become Veterans Memorial Stadium.
Dad built the stadium, which was really nice. I mean, it was excellent facilities, got the bus, the uniforms, and really promoted baseball.
James Behringer's earliest memories are of his father on the loudspeaker talking to the fans.
The minor leagues back then were like training ground for the major leagues. Some of the players that came through Saginaw were Billy Heft, Ted Gray, Bob Buell, who ended up pitching for Milwaukee. He was a Bear.
Warren recalls that Ike helped him become a free agent.
He was a great guy, a real great guy. He loved baseball, and he would do anything for a ball player. In fact, lots of times other clubs took advantage of him by selling them players that weren't very good. When I recall after the 1941 season, he invited me to go down to Detroit to see a ball game. And so we rode in his Cadillac and had lunch at the Book Cadillac, and he was able to walk into the ballpark and everybody knew him.
The Bears became just a memory by the 1950s.
I played for him in 1949, and then Ike sold the club to a local group, and they called it the Saginaw Jackrabbits. And they ran the club pretty well. But they ran into some difficulties too, and Harold Draper bailed them out.
Ike Behringer passed away in 1957, and the stadium he built was razed at the turn of the century. His legacy continues to amaze his son and the rest of Saginaw County.
He did a lot that I didn't realize because I was so young. And it's really incredible that people remember that, that he died in '57. And this went on in the '40s, so that has great meaning to me for Saginaw, that they honor him this way.